started with the training task team, it was Zanele who then asked Conrad Barberton to come and talk to us as this training task team from a completely different angle. It was interesting because Cornerstone was asked to inform the government how much the delivery of this new ECD policy would cost. And it's, where do I go? Enter. So it provided an opportunity for us to look at proposed funding and delivery as presented by Conrad. So now Conrad is saying to the government, this is what it's going to cost to roll out. He's put a budget in place, or they have recommended a budget to government. It's an opportunity for us to have seen that budget, and the budget is open to you. I mean, it'll go through the CoP to look at it, to say, how do we engage? As Anele said, as civil society, we can take part of that budget and say, government, we will help you in implementing this part because already the cost is there. It's been budgeted for. It's how do we link up and what services can we offer. Let's list the main core areas of competence we can sell and leverage on. So in the mapping exercise, yes, it's great to see who is doing what, but we need to have the core competencies of each one of those partners to say, what can they do? So in the Eastern Cape, this municipality needs to roll out over here, the budget is X, it's being distributed this way, who can do that? And this is where we would like to bring it back to the rules of engagement, or the means of engagement, is to say to our members, and it's also just to give those who are new to this body some background, is a lot of the funding for NGOs is dwindling, because the funding is now coming from a government centre and not from the NGO sector. Or, for example, NECT, National Education Collaboration Trust, which has been formed, has also taken quite a lot of funding from the NGO sector. But the NGOs can benefit by being part of this group if we make a proposal to government on behalf of all CoP members and then say who in this area will deliver. So we are offering an opportunity for income and for collaboration in this area, and become an implementation partner to achieve that. So how do we engage with one another so that we don't turf and have our territories, but everybody survives and works in their specialized area, in their specialized location, so that they can stay afloat and we don't just eradicate them. Yeah. So he presented to us this whole big costing, which was quite staggering. And I just wanted to look at this particular slide. Registration of partial care facility. I think it points back to your point. How long do we map? And what is the purpose of the mapping? Are we wanting to get involved in that process and help government on that? Are we looking on registration of ECD programs, on subsidies to ECD centres, on monitoring assessment of partial care and ECD services? That is something that maybe the government is weak at, but we are strong at supporting and mentoring and coaching. And that is something that we can leverage on and say, this is an area of expertise that the government is lacking that we can partner with, and we can make it a sellable entity and a resource that we can bring. Is it equipment and materials for ECD centres? Is it like Brain Boosters got a lot of equipment over here that's an area of strength? Could they sell it to there and could we leverage on that? Are there people within our CoP who can bring services to the party that are already here? If we go further down the list, services of training of ECD practitioners. I mean, even today there are quite a few organizations over here who are training already. The government does not need to replicate everything through the FET or the TVET colleges as another one. But we could train practitioners, link up with the TV, and already we are helping to achieve the National Development Plan aims and objectives. So please go onto the website, get the link, go and have a look at the budget and see how much money has been budgeted for in which area. And then, if you're interested in being involved in the group that's putting a proposal together, come and talk to me afterwards and we'll have a little stakeholder group. If you're interested in looking at being part of the scoping and you've got a lot of experience and expertise in training of ECD, join Sheila in the scoping group. And if you really have a proposal on how this AQP could be delivered, or the assessment quality part of it, then also come and speak to us in the training testing, because we have to come up with a suggestion very quickly. We don't know.